Hi, welcome to Making All the Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of 2 active kids, and both my husband and I have full-time careers. My goal is to share with you how I stay on top of all life throws at me in one planner so that you might be able to do the same. So this is part 2 of my January 1st weekly layouts. I already did a vertical layout from Squared Plans, and I just wanted to compare how long it took me to do my Passion Planner layout and this whole packet that I have for each week of the month. And I will link to the video about how I have my planner set up and why I am putting this little packet together each week instead of just using the weekly layout. But I will touch on a few points as we go through this video. I did put a sticker down to put my dad's birthday in, but I probably won't do that going forward. I much prefer this highlighter method that I've been using. I did try this out a few weeks in 2023 just to see if I thought it would work, and I do think that it's going to really help me be more productive in 2024. So basically, I highlight the square and then write in what's happening during that time. Sometimes I'll color in, sometimes I'll just highlight the outside. But the thing that I like to do is to actually highlight as I complete things or as I do things. So I don't usually color in the box unless the meeting's finished. And normally I'll use a lighter color, like a light gray, to highlight over those things that I've completed because I want to see what I've done. So I don't love to draw a line through them, but I really like to highlight them as I complete them. And I don't like how this sticker looks, so I do grab my undo and take it off. However, it will end up getting put back on because this is only 24-pound paper. I'm trying to keep my planner from getting super bulky, but the sticker doesn't come up very easily, and I also leave some sticky residue when I use the undo. I don't think I used enough, so then my pages start sticking together, so I end up just putting a sticker back over top and putting my dad's birthday back in, just like that. I probably won't use the sticker like that going forward. Like I said, I like using the highlighter method. I am using a friction highlighter and a friction pin here. The first week of the month is always very flexible because I know people have their kids at home still and my kids are still at home. So if my daughter were to say, hey, on Wednesday, will you take me somewhere? I will take some time off and go ahead and do that. And a lot of people will do that since their kids aren't back in school either. But I need to leave some flexibility, so those friction erasable pins are very important. This bottom right corner, I do plan on putting all my making all the plans tasks here. So I'm just going to draw a grid for those things. And I'm going to put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then I'm going to combine Saturday and Sunday because usually I treat that as one day. I may start breaking that out just because I feel like I'm getting overwhelmed and I'm kind of losing track of which things need to actually get done on Saturday and can't wait until Sunday. But I did kind of like how this grid just laid out, so that's why I went ahead and did it this way. But I may start combining like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then leaving Friday, Saturday, and Sunday need to be split out because that's when I do the majority of my making all the plans work since I do have a full-time job. And then a lot of times in the evenings, I have to run kids places, or by the time I get home from work, have dinner, do a load of laundry, the day is pretty much done. So a lot of my making all the plan stuff gets done on Friday evening, Saturday, and Sunday. So I need more space for those. So I will have to play around a little bit with this space down in the bottom and see how best it works for me. But that is the plan for that space, is just all my making all the plans things. And if you didn't see my part 2 of my 2024 planner setup, I do just want to mention that this is a free printable from Passion Planner and you can get it off their website. I will link that down below as well. But I did modify a few things. I put an area for my errands in the left sidebar. I also put an area for my meal plans, so that way I don't have to find a sticker or write it in or anything like that. So there's my focus, my meal planning, and my errands. And then I have a section for both my personal stuff and my work stuff down on the bottom left-hand area. And then it is time on the side of each day. That gray bar has all the times in it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that or if I'll go through and delete those times. I'm not sure if I'm a time blocking kind of person. I do like to have my meetings in there like that, but I think writing them at the top of the page with the time would be fine as well. So I'm going to have to play around with that a little bit still. But I have been liking how it's been working, so it may stay like this. I do like to put my meetings in, and then I can actually write tasks in between that I think will fit in those spaces. So that's been kind of helpful, so I may keep the times, we'll just have to see. Now, I was playing around with this no school block, and I was going to write it across the top of the area, but I decided to go ahead and put that above since it really doesn't impact my day per se. But we'll have to see how that goes. Kids' stuff versus my stuff and where I'm going to put it. But I do like it at the top. I don't necessarily know that I like it in the box, but I do like it in the top. But let's go ahead and put some more stickers in and then continue to decorate the rest of this packet that I have. So just like the vertical layout, I do like to start with the bigger stickers and then start filling in with the littler ones. However, I am trying to make sure that I leave plenty of all of the sizes for the other pages in the packet because I'm not decorating every page, but I will be decorating some of the other pages. So I definitely want to make sure that I have enough stickers throughout. I did print the same amount of stickers for both the vertical layout and this packet that I'm working with right now. I did start with the Passion Planner layout because that is really the most important part of my weekly plans. I now have this prayer list and some other prayer-related, faith-related items, and this is also taken from Squared Plans. I just took part from one page and part from another page and then kind of mushed them together. But I definitely like this prayer list. It's probably one of my favorite sections of this new planner packet. I put my intentions at the beginning of the week, and then if I have additional prayers that I want to add, I go ahead and do that when I add my verse of the day. And I did forget to put these little dots in, and these are from the Heidi Swapp January Agenda stamp set. And I'm just using the edge of my sticker paper to mask off part of the areas I don't want stamped. That way I don't have to have that full trail of dots or splatter or whatever it is everywhere I stamp it. I definitely like the extra texture, but I didn't want the whole stamp every time I stamped it. I wanted it to look a little different from impression to impression. Now I'm going to flip back to my faith section, and I want to decorate this a little bit. I'm not going to over decorate it though, because I will be putting my verse of the day each day of the week, and then that first block where it has the trackers down at the bottom, in that block I am going to write my prayer of the week. I either will write a prayer or I Google and find a prayer that I like, but it's a prayer that I can pray each day of the week to help me lessen my load. And it's usually something that is weighing on my heart. And I usually write it on Sunday evenings when I am updating my planner. This is a quadrant layout from Squared Plans. Like I mentioned in some of my videos, I am using a lot of her printouts this year. I just like how clean they are, so I appreciate them a lot. And they are PDF, so they are easy to print what you need and print on demand. And now I am back to a Passion Planner printable, and I'll be using these for my workouts and planning what I'm doing. I'm trying to keep it simple. I'm trying not to over plan since I still might have an injury. I have a plantar fasciitis issue going on, and just when I think I'm okay, then I don't wear shoes one day and my foot hurts again. So I'm really trying to work with that, but I really want to start running again. So I'm going to try to get back into it, but I don't want to plan out a whole month at a time. I do have the space for it, but I don't want to plan out a whole month of how long or how far I want to run when I don't know if my body's going to let me do it. So I do have the space for it, and this particular spread will move from week to week for the entire month so that I can keep this all together and track it all together instead of having to pull different weeks together. I also feel like I didn't need a whole spread for 1 week. I feel like a month for a spread is going to work much better. So we will give this a try for January and see how we do. I am not going to use my friction pen to write in the days of the month 1 through 31. I am going to use, I think this is my Uniball 1. It's a new pen, so I can't remember the name of it, but I think it's a Uniball 1. I will link it down below, but I do like how it writes, and I do want to write these in regular ink or permanent ink so that if I have to write something in the box and erase whatever's in the box, I don't also erase the date that I'm writing in right now. I also like the Passion Planner because no matter how many weeks there are in the month, I don't have to share a date on any of them. There are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of weeks, so you never have to share a day. There is plenty of room to track what you need to track. And right there, I was just noting that at that point, I had been working on it for 20 minutes. So far, I am most of the way through what I need to do in 20 minutes. So my plan is to use this bottom left side section for different workouts. So I figure if I come up with 4 workouts a month, I am going to write in 3 at this point. But if I come up with 4 workouts a month, I can rotate through those. And then the following month, I can tweak these workouts to work for the following month, or I can completely change them up. So I'm just writing down workouts that I have done in the past at this point. I'm not coming up with anything new. I'm just trying to remember and write them down. So I'm not trying to remember them as I'm working out, but I will put the 4 workouts down in the bottom. And then in the day section, I will write how long or how much I want to run each day, and then which workout I want to do, because of course you don't want to continually do the same workout all the time and work out the same muscle groups all the time. So I'm going to try to vary my arms, my legs, my abs, and running basically. And then as time goes on and I'm starting to tone different areas, I will start focusing on certain problem areas that I want to focus on. So setting this up does take a little bit of time, which is why I want to only have to change this and repeat this monthly and not weekly. I do not want to spend this time every week to copy over workouts. My workouts don't change that frequently, so once a month is fine. On the flip side, last year I had workouts in my planner in a workout section, and I did not reference that. So I want to be able to take this packet from my planner and just take it down and work out with it. But I don't necessarily want to take my whole planner down with me. I want this packet to be portable. So my plan is to actually staple this packet and then just slide it in and out of my disc bound planner instead of punching it and having to push it in and like rip it out every time I want to use it. I definitely needed my weekly planner stuff and this packet to be more mobile and more portable, and just being able to hold the packet and flip to a section of my planner instead of flipping back and forth, having that packet out and being able to go to a different section in my planner and make notes, that is going to be helpful. And then of course, just the mobility of that will make it more helpful. But I definitely have my planner with me almost all the time. It just wasn't working to have it actually on the discs. So I'm hoping this will work. And then I did mention this in my setup video, but the plan is at the end of every week, I will then transfer all the things that I didn't complete. I will transfer those to either Notion, where I have my ongoing list of things, or I will move the tasks or whatnot, whatever it happens to be, to the next week. I also plan on using this to just jot notes where I need to, and those will usually go into Notion as well. One area that I did change on this Passion Planner printable are these boxes on the left sidebar, and I just made this to be goals for the week. So smaller goals to achieve my larger health goals. And going forward, I might start decorating the planner packet at the front and just work my way through. But I really wanted to focus on that Passion Planner layout and see how long it took and how much work it was. And now I'm jumping through the rest of the planner. I kind of went in order of importance, kind of. I could have stopped at any point. The Passion Planner doesn't need decorated at all, which is helpful. Not anything in this packet will need to be decorated. I won't need to draw lines on anything. It's just ready to go. So if I just needed to grab it and start planning, I could do that. And that's kind of what's exciting right now, is not having to set up a planner before I can use it. This is just ready to go. I am going to drop a few more stamps on this page in particular, just because it is the first of the year. I don't really know how I'm going to use this first page. Part of this first page is because I don't want people to see my routines, and I wanted that to be first. So I did go ahead and put this kind of cover sheet on with my 3 top goals for the week. But then, as you'll see in just a minute, then come my routines, which I won't need to decorate or anything like that. I just did not want those on the outside of this packet. And then I go into the Passion Planner pages, and if I have them open to those pages, I don't care if people at work see that either, but I don't necessarily want people to see my faith section or my workout section, so I'm happy with that. I can either have the packet closed all the way or have it open to the Passion Planner pages for the week, and it'll kind of be kept private, the rest of those sections. So next you'll see those routines and resets. And then, as you could tell, the pages were sticking together, and that area that I took that sticker up is still sticky. So like I said, I did go ahead and put the sticker back down over top of that sticky section for my dad's birthday this week, but I probably won't do that going forward. So everything that I did in this packet today took about 40 minutes. So I'm thinking that I could get my whole planner set up, my meal plan, everything done within an hour when I'm doing a setup on like a Sunday by myself without recording. The vertical layout took about 28 minutes, I think I said, and it's beautiful, but it just hasn't been working for me as much as the Passion Planner one I think will work for me. So I did a lot more on these pages, and I started thinking through my week a little more by doing this packet. So that's really what I'm trying to do, is start thinking more about my week ahead of time, preferably on Sunday, but because I record these videos, I do things a little bit ahead of time. But in general, I think this packet's going to work for me. I will keep you posted. Thank you for coming along. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And if you wanted to see part 1 and haven't yet, I will link that. But I hope everyone has a great start to their 2024, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!